This is the comprehensive lore guide to understanding the lore and stories behind our Dungeons & Dragons world, or DND-CU for short. We were going to just make it the DCU, but sadly, it was already taken, and filled with garbage characters like Superman instead of Bimborn and Father fucking John. Ready? Not ready? Too bad, dipshit. It's convoluted lore time. We start in the little town of Raven's Hollow with Requus, a pale and frail druid with bright orange hair, Arthur, a 12-year-old rouge who is actually the son of the big bad King Ofrath, Lord Pringle, a tiefling sorcerer who still is the best speaker this world has ever seen, a big fuzzy wuzzy killing machine, Hugh Janus, and a morbidly obese, severely mentally handicapped strong as shit dragonborn named Dyslexia. Despite extremely different backgrounds, they managed to help the small town by killing Berther, the god of births. After a trip back into town and making the random goblin slave mayor, they want to make some bala, gangsta-ass money, so they try to get to Raven's Guard by cutting through the forest. While stumbling through the shitty-ass path, they meet Mr. Fatberg, a man who was totally not based off of my water science teacher, where he taught the party how to brew potions by grabbing water, spinning it around, sterilizing the water, then spinning it around, then adding the ingredients to the mix, then shaking for 15 seconds, then making a random potion that the party did not know how to use. They then met a few orcs, killed a few orcs, saved a couple of cat children, gambled their money at a casino and lost money at a casino, killed a few Raven's Guard guards that were guarding the guard tower and snuck into the city, where they took random jobs helping to find missing people, such as one who got lost in the swamp. Then they killed a giant snake and made friends with a chill guy called Mr. Bones. They then kill the evil arsonist Sessman, a vile piece of shit scumbag fucker, and decide to explore the ocean, where the party gets drugged and kidnapped on a ship where they escape by Dyslexia, literally throwing them through the ship, and where the party meets shark and crab people. Then the king finds the party and brutally kills Hugh Janus and Dyslexia, leaving the others to wander into the outskirts, ending the journey for the party. A few years later, Lord Pringle finds himself a wife and has kids, only to die when he is reunited with his old party member, Requis, in an old shanty town. Requis ended up being the mentor of the young boy Arthur for about 10 years, only for Arthur to later become a mercenary and leave Requis behind. Requis stayed in the shadows until he thought he could actually help someone, occasionally stopping by his old friend's corpse once in a while. Hugh died a hero and was remembered long after his death. Dyslexia, however, was not remembered, but his legacy and bloodline changed the course of history forever. About 10 years later, there were rumors about a new group of adventurers consisting of a talking piece of armor, Mr. Bones, and the legendary pirate himself, Captain Bubby, and his 7-foot cracked-out ape companion, Pablo Scortelione, who later turns into a mafia boss. 30 years after the first campaign, the beginning of the second campaign started with our heroes, Bimson Bimith Boneus, a dragonborn, and Ice Cube, a man made of ice, arriving in some shit-ass town in the desert. They do some shit there, like deal with some fucking goblins and politicans, and Bimson fucking caves a guy's skull in by throwing him into a prison cell. From there, they travel to some fuck-ass town and meet Father John, a paladin who claims he is a decent person, but is actually the most fucked up person in the whole party. In the town, Father John gets his leg caught in a bear trap. Luckily, Bimson rips off his leg. The group go into the sewers of the city and it's fucked up in there. Ice Cube gets chlamydia or something, and Father John finds a cool-ass whip. The heroes met some asshole and his retard orc pet and fucked his shit up. They tried to befriend the orc, but the orc was kind of fucking dumb. From there, Ice Cube's chlamydia got worse, so they went to the forest to get it fixed. They met some assholes, Hugh Anus or something, and had to get his boy, so they got his boy. The group had to fight a demigod in sick-ass fight. Bimson got big and fucked up his shit. The heroes got to the fucking town where a doctor lived, but this fat fuck, Nirmal, like holy shit, this guy was a mountain. So Bimson and Father John berate him as Ice Cube nears death. The heroes get to the doctor and try to swindle her so they can get cure for free, but she don't like that. Ice Cube nearly dies, but he is okay cause he got cured. The heroes go to a fortune teller and learn some stuff. Ice Cube's dad turns out to be the fortune teller. Wow. Bimson's dad turns out to be dyslexia, you know, that fat fuck. The group is then hired to take out a train that is owned by the fucked up king of Ravensguard. So they go fuck it up in a huge ass, sick ass fight like, holy shit, you just had to be there, goddamn dude. Like fuck. The train fucking derails and the party ends up at the beach, Yippee Beach episode. A big fuck ass storm is approaching and they gotta like build a boat. They collect boat parts. One of the parts is like in a dungeon. Father John gets fucked up, but luckily, Bimson cauterizes his wounds and burns most of his body. The party builds their boat and fucks off. But as they sail, they get attacked by a kraken. Oh no. But they fuck it up. Ice Cube turns Bimson big and Bimson throws Father John into the kraken and he fuck it up. Hell yeah. Then they find a weird fuck-ass town and a masked guy attacks them and fucks off. God tells them to go to Raven something he doesn't remember. The party goes to mountains to get there. They meet a religious cult led by Brother Jack, Father John's old religious pal, so there is some big drama. They are attacked by the masked fucker again. On the mountain, Father John tries to do a running bulldog, fails, and has a fucking breakdown, renouncing God for his failure and now wants to be called Atheist John. Bimson throws himself over in ledge and fucks a dragon. The group fights Father Jack's cult and fucks them and leaves. They go to Raven's Hollow, find a mural of a party before them, and the lakeman, God, is a piece of shit. The party has to go into the plains all fuck. They get to a town and some shit happens and they run into a guy named Maxwell, who joins the party and sets their shit straight. Brother Jack attack again, but dies. Father John throws his signature glaive and forgets it, leaving him with the wipe. They go to the swamp. Some fucked up shit happens here. They get to some shithole where these brothers leave. Father John, wanting some money for a weapon, coaxes them into doing a seance for their dead brother. Bimson acts as if their dead brother is possessing him, as Father John convinces them that their dead brother's spirit is there with them. Maxwell is objecting to all of this. The party meets General Dean, fucking great guy. Father John, who doesn't know his dad, wishes his dad is like General Dean. Very important later. They also run into these lizard people. Bimson rizzes with the ugly-ass leader, falls on her, and some kids pop out. Bimson decides to take one, naming him Bimborn. Bimborn is a terrifying fuck, with the strength of 80 men, and always on fire. The party gotta go to hell. Hell yeah. There's a big fucking pit, I think. Oh, yeah, they gotta go to hell to get like knife that kills God. That's why they gotta go there. Before entering hell, they meet a bard vampire, Morgan, who is chill laugh. In hell, Father John takes a piss and leaves the party. The party meet the OG party and gotta fight like undead versions of them in a brutal fight to reach the knife. The knife is actually a port key to jail, shit. And they end up in jail, shit. Father John is also in jail, fuck. Bimson loses Bimborn in jail, fuck. How are they gonna get out? They use Nirmal in jail to bust out, but Nirmal fucking dies. They also lead a huge group of prison guards off a cliff. The party breaks free but fights the warden in an intense fight. They sail away in a shit-ass boat. They run into General Dean again, who tells Father John he is his dad. No way, holy shit, how, what, huge reveal, no fucking way. A vampire village. And they also fight in a brawl thing. Bimson rips out his eye for some reason. Ice Cube becomes fucking human because he hates ice. Then they go to a dungeon with a lich who uses Super Spell Blast, Scary. Then they go to Dragon's Rock. The party ran into Pablo Scortellione, a mob boss monkey guy. They do some fuck up shit for him. At Dragon's Rock, they gotta fight a big fucking asshole dragon that killed Bimson's mom. They kill that asshole and Bimson becomes king of Dragon's Rock. The party fuck off to go to Ravensguard. Maxwell has his story arc over his family's business with some rich asshole who turns out to be Morgan's kid. Whoa! They run into Steven Sagal, who fucking dies. They run into shitty off-brand doppelgangers. Bimson turns Lava Sphere into a mace. The party sneaks into the castle and fuck up the bad guy from the first campaign. Hell yeah. The party enters God's domain and fucking kill God and get cool-ass God powers, yippee. Father John becomes King John. Ice Cube starts a cult. Bimson returns to Dragon Rock with Bimborn. Maxwell gets stuck in another realm, man. Morgan becomes a writer and activist and makes music. The end, for now.